I think the church has done a good job of kicking wokeism out of the church. We're not yet done with that, but you guys should give yourselves a round of applause because this church stood courageously against wokeism during COVID and the years subsequent. Now, what do we mean by wokeism? Critical race theory, postmodernism, deconstructionism, questioning biblical inerrancy, undermining the community of the Christian project, which is the church. And I think we're doing a good job of pushing wokeism out. That can be better understood as Marxism. Wokeism is call something racist until you control it. Call something unjust until you control it. So I hope everyone understands that in the West right now, there is a project that is underway. There is an effort. There is a deliberate campaign. There is a mission. And President Donald Trump, by the way, stands in the way of this happening. That's why they hate him so much. They don't hate him because of his tweets. They don't hate him because of his tone. They hate him because he represents you against the enemy of darkness to come and take over the United States of America. But it's a two-pronged attack. And it is what I call the red, which is Marxism, and then the green axis. And we don't talk about the green axis enough. It is a mixture of Marxism and Mohammedism. Mohammedism, otherwise known as Islam. Now, needless to say, we all know one or two or three good neighborly Muslims, right? I know some in Phoenix, Arizona. It's not an indictment of them. The bigger question, though, is what happens when you import tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of this foreign ideology. And out of all the different backgrounds, the one ideology that has the worst track record of assimilating with the United States of America, it's Islam. And we are right now on the precipice of having the mayor of New York City and the mayor of London both being Muslim. Now you might say, well, how does that impact me here in Albuquerque, New Mexico? Now, I don't know if you guys have a big Muslim issue or not here in New Mexico. I don't know. In Arizona, it's growing. But let's just take a pause. If our if our biggest city is about to fall to an Islamic mayor, we should take a step back 24 years after 9/11. And we should ask ourselves the question, why did we send all of these hundreds of thousands of young men and women to go fight in Iraq and Afghanistan just to have that ideology come to the biggest city in the United States of America, New York City? And so we need to take, how does that impact all of you here in New Mexico? Again, you're a little bit removed from it. You guys have other issues. But from the top down, understand that this parasitic ideology is about conquering without ever having to fire a shot.